The first 4 podcasts on our list will be Church Service Podcasts. The last 6 podcasts on our list are fantastic Christian podcasts. I absolutely recommend checking each and every one of these podcasts out. I'm not saying that these are the best, but these are my favorite that I have listened to for years, and they have all helped me grow in my relationship with Jesus and have all helped me get to where I am today. Now, when I recommend these, that does not mean I agree with everything that is said in every episode. I enjoy all of these podcasts and try to listen to them on a regular basis. And every time I do, I feel encouraged and learn something. All the podcasts have coordinating links in the description. Please check them out. Starting with number 10, Community Bible Church. This is Ed Newton's church. If you've never heard of Ed Newton, he is a fantastic speaker and has such a heart for the Lord. And he cares for everyone. I have met him in person, and he is great. He is currently going through a series where they deal with cultural problems from a biblical perspective. It absolutely deserves a listen. I highly recommend it. Coming in at number 9 is Levi Lesko's church, Fresh Life Church. If you don't know Levi Lesko, you have to check out this podcast. He is always an awesome speaker and always helps me draw closer to the Lord and always encourages me every time I tune in. You absolutely need to check it out. Number 8 is Passion City Church. It is a well-known church. Louis Giglio is an amazing lead pastor. He is great. I often listen to this podcast, and I come away encouraged and uplifted every time I listen, and it always helps me draw closer to the Lord. I highly recommend checking it out. But I listen to their sister location even more, which is number 7. Passion City Church, DC, whose lead pastor is Ben Stewart. He is a fantastic speaker, and I've always enjoyed listening to him. I've been tuning into this church for about 3 years, and every time I do, I always walk away encouraged, and I always walk away knowing that I've learned something, and I'm drawing closer to the Lord every time I tune in. You must check it out. Click the link to subscribe to Passion City Church, DC. It is a fantastic church. You will not regret it. Number 6 is Remnant Radio Podcast. It is a fantastic podcast, but this podcast is for well-grounded Christians that want to dive deeper into the gifts of the Spirit, theology, and different beliefs within the church. I enjoy all the episodes. They will cause you to laugh, leave you pondering subjects for the rest of the day, and leave you in awe. It is such a great show, but it's not for those that are not well-grounded. So if you want to watch this one, make sure that you're well grounded in your faith. Make sure you watch all the way to the end for the complete context for this show. Number 5 is Porch Theology, which is a great new podcast by Lisa Harper in association with K-Love's Access More, which is a fantastic place to discover new podcasts that are all phenomenal. This is a show that is fast-paced and is great, and you will always walk away feeling like you understand Jesus better. It leaves you in awe. It'll make you laugh, and it'll make you want to worship him every time you tune in. I highly recommend it. Click the link in the description to check it out. Number 4 is 10-Minute Bible Hour. It is the shortest one on our list, but Matt and Jeff do such a good job of editing and packing so much information into those episodes that you walk away feeling like you listened to a show 3 times as long. And they do it every couple of days. It is a great podcast. I highly recommend checking it out. It is highly inspirational, and I highly encourage you to go check it out. Number 3 is the Unashamed Podcast by the Robertsons of Duck Dynasty. It is a fantastic show. Even if you don't like Duck Dynasty, you should check it out because you will see a different side of them. When I watched Duck Dynasty, I always thought they were all just playful all the time, but this is a really deep podcast that goes into really deep subjects on theology, the Bible, and they've worked their way through 2 of the 4 Gospels and a lot of the epistles, and it is great every single time. They just finished up Hebrews, and it was so good. If you have never listened to it, you need to check it out. My favorite episodes are when they tell one story, and then they go all Bible time. If you've never checked it out, I highly advise clicking the link in the description right now and checking it out. Number 2 is The Spoken Gospel. It is a fantastic podcast and almost had the number 1 slot. The Spoken Gospel works their way through many books of the Bible, showing you Jesus throughout every book of the Bible, including the Old Testament. Their Old Testament series is the best. If you go back to 2019 on the episode log and start in the Genesis and work your way through Numbers, oh, it is so good. They show you Jesus through every single one, and they actually make Numbers interesting. Can any other podcast do that? It is so good, and I highly recommend watching it. If you've never heard of it, you have to check it out. Even the Bible app has it within their apps. You can listen to it. That's how good these guys are. It is fantastic. If If you never heard of it, it's a Jesus-centered podcast that will absolutely leave you in awe and pondering things all day. It is fantastic. Number 1 is Bible Project. Yes, the same Bible Project that has the animated series on YouTube. They dive deeper into the topics they cover in the videos, but also they do a deep dive on the movements throughout the Torah this year, and it is absolutely amazing. I just got around to adding this one to my list about a year ago, and I have not missed an episode since I checked it out about a year ago. If you've never checked it out, you absolutely have to check it out. Out of every other podcast on this list, this is the one I'd recommend. It's a little deep. They have a lot of Hebrew and Greek words and Latin, and it's a lot of information, but if you will always leave pondering and awe of our God, and it is just fantastic. You have to check it out. Please click the link below. If you have any great Christian podcasts that you think I should check out, please drop them in the comments. I am always looking for more podcasts, and I always love finding new ones that are fantastic and encourage me to grow my relationship with Jesus. This is not the standard content for our channel. Usually we do verse-by-verse Bible studies. If that is something you're interested in, please click here to watch our study of John 8:51 through 59.